4 years on from lockdown, the great working from home debate continues, with firms like Amazon, HSBC and Barclays Bank asking employees to return to the office full time. This goes against what the UK government is proposing as part of an employment rights bill, which will boost flexible working. So is it right for companies to force people back into the office? I mean, a lot of people found a way of working around it, and it works for a lot of people, Colleen. Like, how do you feel about it? Would it work for you?
Oh, no, I'm too lazy to work from home. And also, you know, during lockdown, when we actually had to film the show from home, you know, we had to do it from the kitchen, I found it really difficult because I couldn't switch off from home.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'd be 10 minutes before I came on air and all of a sudden someone would go, oh, Mum, this is happening. And I'd be like, right, I've got 10 minutes to sort the dog out or whatever. So I found it really distracting. I think some people are brilliant at working from home. My daughter-in-law is fantastic. You know, she's 9 o'clock, she's in her office and she does not come out till 6, till the end of the day. And she takes it very serious and she's really good. But I've also met people or know people who see it as I will do literally the minimum of what I have to do to get away with it. And I think socially, surely it's better to be with your workmates and meet people and discuss, you know, plans together and ideas together. I don't know, there's something about it that I think for working mums, I think for moms and, you know,
I was just going to, I mean, you know, first-time panellist, straight in, challenging Colleen Nolan. But I'm going to go for it. You know, I think...
I love you already.
She's from Dublin, I'm from Dublin. It's all
we're all right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I think it depends. And I firmly believe that, you know, if there's a person who is going to take advantage of flexibility, they're probably taking advantage in the office as it is. We all know that person who goes for a longer break, sits by the coffee machine.
Look, you've been here one day, you've seen me do that once.
Well, I wasn't trying to make it personal, but I think, you know, on the other side of the coin, the reality is it works for so many people.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a disabled woman, I am a disabled entrepreneur, and, you know, if we think about office spaces, so many of them are just not designed for people to succeed. And then it's not just about the office space itself. You know, you're hoping that if it's a tube or if it's a train, that it's accessible, that the elevator isn't broke. And some people have to do so much labour just to get into the office.
Yeah.
And I think there's so many questions around why are we all having to go back to the office? Is it because it's better for us? Or is it because it's better for those with the most amount of power? And I think about my own experiences. You know, I work from home most of the time. Today, I am not working from home. And I'm so pleased to be here. But this space has had to be made more accessible for me in order for me to be here. You know, if I think about, I flew in from Ireland last night, I stayed in a hotel overnight, and that in and of itself was actually a really challenging experience. I had an accessible hotel room, but it was a bath shower, something which, as a person with dwarfism, was very difficult. When I rang the hotel reception, they just said to me, sorry, we'll fix it tomorrow.
Wow.
And I said, well, is the option to just not have a shower? What about dignity? And I think so often we make these rules that just doesn't fit for everyone. And I'm so grateful for the stools, for the non-spinny chair. And things just sometimes have to be adapted. And I think it's about trying to find as many ways to be flexible for people to opt in.
I think flexibility is the key.
Yeah. And it's about asking better questions. And I mean, this story is not going to make me sound like I have any humility whatsoever, but it was the Spice Girls Spice Up Your Life that reminded me of it. So a while ago, I was given the invitation to be part of Mastermind, right? And of course, my Mastermind subject would be the Spice Girls. What was Victoria Beckham's maiden name? Adams. You know, what did Jerry Halliwell wear, etc. But I remember when the invitation came in, the first question I had was, how would I get on the chair? And I was so nervous of asking the question that I didn't. And I ended up opting out. I ended up making the decision. But the awe is lovely. But I don't want you to feel sorry for me. That's not the narrative. What the narrative is that for so many disabled people, whether it's the workplace, whether it's social life, whether it's public transport, people are forced to make their lives really narrow because our response sometimes is sympathy rather than creating that change.
Action.
So I think if we can bring in greater flexibility, if we can include everybody in the decisions that we make, whether it's about the workplace, and I just think we need to be more conscious of different lived experiences.
Oh, she's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're great.
I definitely agree with you in regards to the flexibility. I think that it really is the word force. You know, because some people now has lived their life in a way where they've made decisions at home because of being able to work at home. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's about how you're going to implement that and whether it's going to affect someone's life holistically. I was not someone who could work from home because one, they always gave you a crap laptop, which never used to work. And two, maybe because of my dyslexia, I'd like to have certain things like the phone, because I worked in the council and I was able to, you know, phone all the different internal numbers. You know, if there was something wrong, I could speak to my manager and so on. But creatively, if I need to write a set or I need to write a script, I can do that at home really well. But like your daughter-in-law, my sister, oh, my days. She's so competent when it comes to working at home. Yeah. I will phone her, like, at 10:30, hey, there, and she would text me, cut off and text saying, I'm working. And throughout the day, I might try and distract her again.
Why do you do
because
that?
I just want to speak to my sister. But then she'll say to me she's working and she's got meetings and she's telling me her whole schedule, you know, I'll speak to you at this time. Then when I phone her later on, I'm like, oh, my gosh, how was the traffic? And she was like, no, I'm working from home. And seeing how dedicated she is from working at home, I feel shame.
I think we need...
She's amazing.
I think we need a public announcement to Judy's sister.
Yes.
Block her number. Block it right.
You see, if I didn't come in here, I wouldn't get to see all of you. That's my thing. I think it's lovely seeing people and I learn every single day from other people and for me that does work. But like, it's such a personal thing and it depends on whatever the circumstances are. Yeah.